Hi, I'm Kristen Conway. I'm 20 years old. I'm from Doylestown, and I go to school at Holy Family. Always kind of been an athlete. Growing up, I was always in sports. I played soccer and basketball throughout high school, and I committed to play soccer in college. So I think it was like senior year of high school, I really started getting into the gym. Typical teenage girl, really wasn't happy with my body, and wanted to get strong for soccer. So started going to the gym. I totally fell in love with it. And then once I went away, freshman year of college, when I moved away from home, I was able to like fully embrace that lifestyle. I would go to soccer practice, and then I would go to the gym afterwards, meal prepped all my food, and it was that year where I started to think that bodybuilding was gonna be something that I wanted to do, but it just wasn't in the cards for me at that time with soccer and school. So when I first started working out, I definitely had no idea what I was doing. I was very much copy and paste whatever I found on TikTok. My lat pull down form was atrocious, but once I started getting into it and making friends at the gym and doing my own research, not just TikTok videos, I was able to craft a split that worked for me and do the exercises that I liked, that also yielded the best results. In 2020, I developed a pretty nasty eating disorder. During COVID, I started doing Chloe Ting workouts, and I started to really be unhappy with my body. And for years, I just wanted to be like the smallest version of myself and not take up any space. And I really took that victim mindset. That lasted till about junior year of high school. But the gym honestly really saved me. I started working out. I stopped resenting food. It became fuel for me and something that I needed to pursue my goals. I was no longer that version of myself, and that I was a totally new person. If you told me years ago that I would be showing my body to a bunch of people on stage, I probably would have laughed in your face. So it really was just to prove to myself that it's okay to take up space and that it's okay to be strong. The hardest part for prep was definitely the hunger. I'd say the training comes super easy to me. I love being in the gym. If I'm not in school, I'm probably in the gym. So I didn't mind that aspect. I would spend hours in there. The diet was also pretty easy to follow. I eat pretty much the same thing, whether I'm in prep or it's the off season. I just adjust the amounts. So I was still able to like eat all the foods I enjoyed, just lesser amounts. And I'm in nursing school, so sitting through lab and lecture, and while my stomach's growling was definitely difficult. Like I said, it definitely meant more to me than just being able to step on stage. It was a way to make all the past versions of myself proud. I went through so many challenges to get me to that point, and stepping on stage was kind of like the beginning of a new chapter of my life. I definitely want my pro card. I've only done one show before, and that was my first one. And so now taking this off season to put on muscle, really perfect my posing, because next time I step on stage, I want to get my pro card. That is my goal. Write that down. Thanks for listening, and I hope this inspires someone on their journey.